already know what time it is, Playing skills, you did,
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set 50, plant. 59, Mike to 59.
Let's go, D. Slam. Switch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
Complete to Chris Carson. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Got it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Undercut. 5. Mike 16.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Check 50. Switch. Hey, orbit. Get it.
Looking to throw. Finding some room at midfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check three. Defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
General West. Hey, Delta.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Topper! Back to you. Go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming for you, son. Check 24. Check 24.
61 Matchbox Lights.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Charlie.
On first and 10, Bass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
50, Mark 50. Squeeze, double. Go, Mike.
Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Bass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. Third down here.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up, and this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check. Get it.
2nd and 5. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 22 yards there, a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
16, Mike, 16. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Five.
They'll set up a throw. He'll find Metcalf. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You don't want to see me. You don't want to. Check your heart rate. 49, check 49, check 49.
Defense.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Protein spill.
On 2nd down, Swift. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Smooth.
He's coming.
Pilot, 64, Weeks.
2nd and 3. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
There's some party now. Shift.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Looking to throw. Bass. Flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ready?
On first down, here's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you.
Under 10. Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
To throw on second down. Bass firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Echo.
Come to my work. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 54.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Bass throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
On first down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit.
Go. Rock it. Let's go.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 50, X3, 218, chopper.
Throwing on first down. Bass. That'll be complete to Breida. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Off play action. Bass. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check, 59. Hey, tight. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming.
Shoot.
Now back to throw. It's caught by Jackson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bravo.
They'll throw now on the final play. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Steve, hit it.
From the gun, Bass. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
We own it. We own it. Go.
Back to throw. Bass. He's going to look deep down. And this is taken in at the 5. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Bass. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From 6 yards away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go.
Mike, 55. Check.
Ready?
Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Bass. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They run with Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Deep grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bass. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He'll hit Jackson, complete. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Got it. 94 is the mark. X3. 218. Chopper.
Now it's Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Go. 10-2 stop.
Not today.
Get it.
Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Hey, Delta.
Kill.
Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll look to throw here. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Joker.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's checking crack.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
On the set.
94 is the mark. I got it. Watch time. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. Watch twist.
Greystone travel. Shoot.
Here's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get your reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Look at me. Go on. Get it.
This is Breida. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 8-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second.